I have given birth 3 times. The last time was 8 days ago and it was in my home. The first 2 were in the hospital though. So let's talk about what made me want to give birth at home after having 2 hospital births. First off, I just don't like hospitals. I don't know if I'm extra sensitive or I just know my body better than doctors, but anytime there's something wrong with me and I ask for help from a doctor, they dismiss me and say that that's impossible, what I think, and then when it gets too bad, it turns out I was right, and then they have to like over-treat me because it got too bad. So my trust in doctors isn't that great from my own personal experiences. With my first, I wanted to do a natural labor, but I didn't have anybody supporting me. Everybody was like, you can't do that, including my baby daddy. Everyone was like, you have to get an epidural. You can't do it naturally. That's so painful. So I did. I got an epidural, and then it slowed down my labor. They wanted to give me Pitocin. I did not want Pitocin. Then when it was time to push, they kept losing his heartbeat, which I guess is another common thing with babies who have the epidural. So then I had to have the whole NICU team in there while I was pushing. And then when he came out, I tore really bad. That was by far the worst recovery. My second, I got pregnant. I said, I'm doing this naturally. And my husband was fully on board, fully supporting me. With that pregnancy, I knew I was pregnant before it even came up on a test, and I was having like severe cramping, and I got scared, and I knew that I would show up pregnant on a blood test. So I went to urgent care where they gaslit me and told me there was no way I was pregnant, pushed on my stomach and told me that maybe I was just trying to get out of work and to go to the emergency room if I was really that concerned. And then he made me repeat after him, I am not pregnant, even though I was. And then later down the line, there was something wrong. I was very, very sick. I was like, I think I'm anemic. The doctor was like, you don't look anemic. And I was like, I feel anemic. Well, in the 3rd trimester when he tested me, turns out I was anemic, but he didn't want to listen. When it came time to deliver the second baby, I was actively in transition. It's about time to push, and the nurses are questioning me, asking me why I did heroin, why I'm testing positive for heroin. My husband's like, she didn't even take your freaking epidural. Why are you asking her about heroin? Everyone then realizes the baby is coming. They're trying to get the doctor in there. Doctor almost missed it. I didn't want to lay down. They made me lay down. They couldn't find their scissors to cut off my little hospital underwear. It was a shit show. So after that one, when I got pregnant for the 3rd time, I told my husband, I said, I think it would be better if we just did it at home. And he was like, you know, the hospital was so wild that I think, yeah, that sounds good. And honestly, with this 3rd labor, I don't have any complaints. The pregnancy was amazing. Any issues that I felt like I was having, the midwives would help me. The delivery went very smooth. I wish I did it with all my births.